Hello everyone, this is another video for an instructable. What I'm making is these labels. It's an aluminium label, and I'm making them out of these, here we go, just a aluminium drinks can. I'm going to turn it into one of these. Show you how I do it. Like I say, well, I'll try and do as much on a video as I can. You get a drinks can, pierce it, cut it out. So just roughly cut the top off. So, and do the same at the bottom. Not too fussed on its quality at the moment. Just watch you don't cut yourself. Find me some sharp bits, but basically it's as simple as that, and just cut it down the middle, down the side, and then just straighten it out. You may want to cut off these bent bits, but once you've done that, you'll end up with a flat sheet, and then you want to cut them into strips like this. These are 1 inch, 25 millimeters in height. So if you just make as many strips as you can out of a can, and you get them sort of like this. Now the trouble with this aluminium is that it's being work hardened. It's very hard stuff. I mean, originally something like this, it may have set off as an ingot like this, and then it's just punched out and into the shape of a can, which basically gets work hardened as it's made into the can. So we need to anneal it and get it to a nice browny colour like this. What I use is a small flame torch, just a small pencil flame torch like this. Just a small torch, and from the painted side, just heat it up and take very care. Don't do it. Try and do it too quickly, but you want to warm it up until you get a nice golden brown colour. Just work your way along and make it. If it turns nice golden brown like that, then that's it. It's done. And you just work your way along. You may want to hold it with a pair of pliers once you get to the end where you're actually holding it. But that's basically it. That's all you need to do to anneal it. Just let it cool down once you've got it to that golden brown, and you end up with a nice piece like this. You can tell that it's annealed because when you bend it, it's really soft now. You can tell the difference. You feel that compared to the original stuff. This is really springy, sharp, whereas this, it's got a very dull sound to it, and it bends really easy. And we need it soft, otherwise the dies won't work. The dies won't be able to form the aluminium to the shape that we want it. Now basically I've done a set of dies for every character in the alphabet. Well, I've done the alphanumeric, so it's got the alphabet in capitals. I've only done the capitals, and it's got the numbers. So like this is a 6, and it consists of 2 parts. Each one, get that in focus, each one is a male and female of the character that we're going to press, and these just fit together on these slots here, sort of thing. So they just go together like that. What you want to do, you don't want to push them down too far, you want to be able to just lift them up slightly like this, and then you can actually slide the aluminium strip in it, and then you can just hold it together, and then it goes into the press. Now the press is this thing. On the instructables I'll give you all the parts, but basically all we do is we put the die goes in here, so it will fit in there like so, and it has, I'll just take the aluminium out for the moment, it has a little ledge there which lines up with that ledge, and it just sits and locates it in place, and then what the die will do is will come down and it will just crush the aluminium to the shape of the formed die. So I'll just put that in the vise. It's best to have a vise, it makes it a lot easier. And for this demonstration I will do just my name. Now there's the alpha numeric set, which is A to Z and 0 to 9, and there's an end piece, a special end one. This one is shaped like that. I don't know if you can see that. Shaped like that. So this is a start and finish. So when we start, the aluminium goes in like that, and then as you get to the end, you'll turn the aluminium round and fit it in like that to do the end piece. So we'll do this one first. So I'll just slide this in here. Trying to do it in camera, and I'm trying to make sure I'm in the camera shot and and able to see what I'm actually doing. It might help if I put the right glasses on. One moment. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. So to start off, we just put the die either side with the aluminium in between, and the top edge of the aluminium sits where these two little lips are, and we place it inside the press. Now when I made the press, obviously there's tolerances with the printing, and so what I've actually ended up doing is I'm actually using just 2 bits of card. They're only little bits of thin card, just to increase the pressure a bit on top. You may not need this, and you may just need 1 piece, or may need 2, I don't know, but basically you just solder the die in, and then you just lift the piece on top, and that's it. You just roll it. It might be better if I just turn that around a bit. There we go. That'll give you a better idea of what's going on. Let's lock the vise. So basically all this does is just presses down on the 2 pieces, and then we just take that piece back out again, and we just remove it from the 2 pieces like that. And there we can see, can you see the end? That's our end piece, and it also does a little centre pop for drilling, for a little hole and a screw that will go in. So then our next piece, I'm going to do a T. So we get our T, and we just slide that in, and the T is pretty much the same width as this, which is just very slightly smaller than that. So we just need to slide it along to where we want the T to start, which is pretty much where the end of the first press is. So we've got it in there like that, and then we just stick it in our press again. I'll just add a bit of packing again. And we just, oh, it's gone out of focus. We just, that's it basically. I've just lost me packing, but never mind. I'm trying to do this around the camera and the thing, so please forgive it. So there we go, we got our first letter. Can get that in focus. So we've got our T. Next one. Just going to do this off camera, it's a lot easier for me, and then I'll bring it back in. So I've put the aluminium strip in there, and so that's my I, and I've just lined it up so it's just after the T. There we go. So we just you can do it a couple of times if you like. One should actually do it, but yeah, I don't know. A bit of movement might help it a little. So there we can remove it from the I, and so we can see we've got our next character. Don't worry about this not quite forming yet. Hang on, we're getting focus. This not quite forming yet. Can you see that it's not quite done the top and the bottom? But I'll come back to that, and let's get the M. There we go, and I've just placed the M just after the I. Let's get some light on. There we go, you can just see. Place it in the press. Just a bit of packing just to aid it. Actually, that wants to be around there. There we go. Get my other arm out of the way, it's in focus, so it just goes like that and pushes down. And take that out, and we can take that out of the M. And let's just see how we've done there. See if we can get in the light. I think I should have spaced that a bit away, shouldn't I? But anyway, it's just demonstration, is this? It's quite easy to do another one. The aluminium's cheap enough. Right, so what we need to do now is another end. Where did I just put it? Ah, there we go. Right, now as I remember, the first time I put it in this way, but this time what we need to do is need to turn that round so it actually, oh, there we go. We'll turn it round so that it's upside down and it's finishing it off. I'll just put that in. So again, can we get that in shot? Like I say, I've actually got, oh, there we go. You can see it's just after the M anyway, so I'll put that in. And you'll see there's a result. There we go. So get in focus again. So there, we can just push that down like that, and it just crushes it all together. and took it all out. So there we go. We've got our, let's get some light on, there we go, you can see that. But you can see how it hasn't quite done the top there. This is where my 3D printed pliers come in, and you can see that the ends are the same shape. Get it in focus there, like that. And all we do is we just make sure you're getting the right way around. So we've got this single little bump, that's the bottom, and this is the top. And you can just go along the edge, and you can just make that edge a better form. Can you see that? And do the same on the other side. So if you start where it lines up and just work your way along, then it just cleans that edge up there, really redefines it better. Can you see? I think so. So let's just get it all in light there, so you can see it's all inside one thing. Now I've also made another tool. Check this out, which is a set of rollers, and these rollers are shaped to fit inside them grooves, and then the top rollers are shaped to the top. So when it's together, you end up with another press, but this time it's in a roller form. So let's close the vise. And what I've done is I've made it so these screws actually clip, so that just springs out and springs over the screw, so then it holds it in place. So if you open it up like this, you can actually slot this in between the two rollers, and then you can close it on, and then you can just move this backwards and forwards, and it will do a better job of them two top and bottom grooves, and it also flattens it out as well, so it all straightens it all up. So you just roll it backwards and forwards like this, and it gives you the edge. And then if you just put it somewhere in the middle, and then you can just check it out the same way you put it back in, so you end up with a nice top and bottom groove there. And then once you've done that, all we do is we can cut around the edges. So I'll just cut them. And if you just follow the edge, nice and careful around the edges. Trying to do this pretty quick. I don't want to do a really long video. I don't like long videos. I want you to get all the information there as soon as possible. Anyways, I'm rambling again. I'm going to leave focus. So I just cut all the way around that. Hope that hasn't fallen in the keyboard. So then we end up with a nice little label. I just used myself a little, I've made myself a little plastic handle. I might go that way. I made myself a little plastic handle which takes these little drill bits inside the hex thing, and I just stick that in there, and I can just put some holes in. There we go, 2 little holes using them centre pops. And then to clean it up, I'll just use, if you just put it on a bit of flat board like so, and then what I use is one of these pan scrubbers with a nice flat rough rough edge to it, and then all you have to do is you just rub over the top. And we get our tin. There we go. So it's not as good as this one, but I took my time doing this one, and obviously if you take your time you will do a nice little label, and then you've got 2 little holes to screw it to whatever you want. And well, I think it looks quite nice. It gives you that, I think, sort of aluminium retro look of how things used to be done with castings and things. I don't know, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. If you made it all the way to the end, thanks for watching.